If you're watching this video together with your parent or parents, it's probably because they feel, like I do, that for the sake of your safety, happiness, and well-being, you should feel comfortable discussing anything, really anything, with your parents. Now, if that hasn't been the rule until now, I'm sure you're saying something like, you gotta be kidding. Why would I tell my parents if I'm doing something wrong? I'm embarrassed. They're going to punish me. They're going to be upset. I don't know if they're going to keep my confidentiality. Whatever I tell them, they're going to wind up telling their friends, who are going to get the whole neighborhood upset at me because all my friends are going to find out that I was the one who ratted to their parents. But I think that your parents are willing to explore the notion of doing things differently. Now, that doesn't mean that your parents are okay with what you're doing. You know what they want you to do and what they don't want you to do. What they're saying is that it's okay to talk to us about it. You know, there's a very interesting law in America. It's called the attorney-client privilege. And that means that if someone commits a crime, someone walks over to a lawyer and retains the lawyer, and hires the lawyer, and he says, I committed this crime, that lawyer is not allowed to go to court and use that information against the person. Okay? Attorney-client privilege. You have a privilege to be able to discuss anything you want with your lawyer and nobody else will know about it. Now, think that, what's that all about? And the logic is pretty simple, that even someone who did something wrong, or even someone who broke the law, and I would say especially someone who broke the law, needs someone to discuss it with so they can figure out how to do things better or how to defend themselves. And if you're getting into trouble, if you're doing something, if you're abusing substances, if someone is starting up with you, if someone is cyberbullying you, or someone is abusing you, or anything else is going on with your life, whether it's a question of faith or any other thing, the idea is that you should be able to discuss this with your parents. Because your safety depends on it, your happiness depends on it, and the quality of your future life depends on you being able to get advice as you go through adolescence and transition from your parents' home to your own life. And if you're skeptical about this and you say to yourself, yeah, really, come on. So test it out with something that's not major and see how they respond. If they go back to the old thing, then maybe sit down and have a talk with them. Say, look, I really would like to make this work. You got to work with me. And it's a process. Your parents aren't like teenagers who never make mistakes and know everything. That's just the way it is. So I really encourage you to continue to explore the possibility of having the type of home where you can really communicate with each other in an atmosphere of trust. Obviously, there will be consequences, but it won't be in the way of a punishment. If you tell your parents that you're doing something dangerous, obviously they're going to want you to go for help, or they'll go for help along with you. They might amend how you're doing certain things at home, but that's part of the process. But it's not like a punishment. It's because it's something that you talk about together. And your parents might say, look, we will respect your confidentiality unless someone's life is in danger. And that's something that you work on. It's really a set of house rules. The way I think about it, being able to discuss things with your parents, what your parents are really saying is that your life and your happiness are more important than our rules. And it's a beautiful thing for parents to say, so I'm glad that your parents are trying it out. And I really wish you success and happiness, and I hope you find this to be a great step forward in figuring things out and moving forward with your life in every way. Good luck.